Alright, this is part 4 of building a bot here. So far we've covered the general layout and the code behind to actually get the bot to run. Looking back here, you can see that when we started up, email list in here, proxy list in there, add in static first, last name, zip code, phone number, hit start, and it will loop through the accounts. We can do that really quick here just to give you an idea. Proxies, emails, and hit start. Go through, try to use the proxy, submit, go to the next one, and continue on. But we want to have the option to add in either a random first name and random last name, or just a random last name as well as a random phone number to make these look a little bit more legit. So let's start with that process. Well, the first thing we want to do is add in a DLL that already has that code pre-assembled, so we don't have to worry about trying to grab a name or phone number from a online service or building out a large list ourselves. I've went ahead and taken care of most of that for you guys using something called bottools.dll. So we'll want to add that DLL as a reference to this project. So what we do is we come over to references, right click, choose add reference, find the actual DLL we want to add, which I've put on the desktop here, and I'll include this in the assembly when I load it, upload it to the server. Hit OK. Now when we use bot tools, it's very important that we change what .NET version we're using here, because we have to use full and not client, or it's not going to work. So what we need to do is right click on the project, not the solution but the project, go to properties, and underneath the application tab here, you'll want to change the target framework to .NET Framework 4, not client profile as it defaults to. It'll ask you sure if you want to change it. You'll say yes. It'll reload it and you're all set. Now to use that, you go to the code and you're going to tell it you're going to use it. So using bot tools, and for any kind of random name, we'll want to use the name functions. So we'll do private bot tools dot names. We'll call it names equals new names. And for phone numbers, private bot tools dot phone numbers, phone numbers equals new phone numbers. And there's a lot of functions in the bot tools you can use. I guess I should cover how to find out what is actually in there. If you go to references and you find bot tools, you can actually view that object in an object browser, and this will show you all the different functions in there. Decap, emails, a misspeller, your names, functions. And when you click on one, you'll see it has a get a first name, get last name, names, phone numbers, same thing. You'll see you get a phone number. With decap, you'll see it has decap, report bad captcha, solve captcha, get balance, etc., etc. And I'll try to cover some of these as we go on and do more projects here. But just for now, realize that you can go to references, right click, choose view in object browser to get an overlay of overview of the different functions in here. So after we've added the using bot tools, we've changed the .NET version, we've added the two variables at the top. Now we can go ahead and use this variable and this variable to create random names or phone numbers. So we can actually come down here to where it says start botting, go into the for each loop is where it loops through each email address and set a new first name. So we'll do tb first name dot text is equal to names dot get first name. And it's as simple as that. The code behind will actually go through, and it uses a pretty long list to just grab a random name. There are other ways of doing this. You can use online services like Fake Name Generator and go through and parse out the information. But for ease of use and just in this tutorial, we'll use bot tools to simplify the process. The second part is we want to keep the area code of the phone number the same, which is why we originally made the area code and the phone number two separate boxes, and we just want a new phone number. So we'll do tb phone 7-digit dot text phone numbers dot get a phone number. Now this is actually going to return a full 10-digit phone number, so we want to get a substring of that that phone number, right? So we'll do substring, and we're going to tell it we're going to start at index 3 because 0, 1, 2, that's your area code. So the first number that we're concerned with is the third index, or actually fourth number in the string, and that will get the whole string starting at the third index, right? And after we set that to that and the phone number to that, when we create the variables to send to the server, it's going to use that text box to grab that information. So at this point, we can actually hit start, come up with the first name. We can leave it blank if we want to. Put in, a name here, 210, and then put in your area code. And at that point, add in your email list and proxy list. Oh crap. Your email list and your proxy list. And hit start, and it should automatically fill in first name, phone number, and the email address. And it's really as simple as that. There's not much more to it. Now we're actually submitting semi-legit entries. The name's changing, last name stays the same. So if you do win something big, you can try and match up the last name and say, hey, it was auto frickin' fill form that put in the wrong name or something like that, etc., etc. It's totally up to you, though. In the next video here, we'll sort of show you how to turn that feature on and off within the bot itself instead of relying on code. That way, if you give this to a friend and they don't want to have a random first name, they can unselect that or say they want to have random first and last name. We'll go over that as well.